I'm gonna pick the Bucks because I can't stand it. I can't stand this run. No, I just can't stand. I can't. I like Atlanta. Don't get me wrong. I like Atlanta, but I just can't. They're not supposed to even be there. It makes no sense. This Cinderella run does. Welcome. Out of the Burger Podcast. We are back again with another episode for you, for your fellas and females out there. My boy Chris, how's it been?
It's been a hard week. Not so much physically, but just taxing mentally. I was trying to get some stuff done for this last calculus class, trying to sign up for it correctly, only to find out that I had signed up for it, but they apparently, with no message or anything, wanted me to meet with a counselor, and I had a call this week after I tried to pay. Cause I was trying to pay, but there was they said there was a hold on my account, and this is like yesterday, and they said, well, if you call Friday between 11 and 1, you might be able to get to somebody, and they might be able to take that hold for you, but couldn't do it, so I'm gonna have to wait till September to take that class now.
Okay.
Kind of sucks.
Hate that. I mean, it's school days. But that's cool. What about work and this family and
Work's been the same, and everybody at home here is cool. Okay. Sister's at school, she's cool, I think.
Okay. What about this further? You got any plans, or you just chilling?
Oh, for the 4th?
Yeah.
I think I'm just chilling.
Okay.
What about you?
Pretty much. I may go up to Hagerstown just to see the family face to face. I don't got much plans. Honestly, my company gave us an extended holiday, so I was off yesterday. I'm off today. I'm off Monday, so got a lot of time to rest my mind before this. Because next month, this month, we're gonna be in what we call our busy week. We're gonna be doing something. It's called line item testing, accounting type stuff, and it's gonna be very taxing. It's gonna be a lot of documents I gotta look at. People that know what I do, they know. Yeah, it's a lot. So, being prepared mentally for that, but also therapy. I did was it a couple of days ago? My last session with therapy. It was a good conversation. Therapy was good. Physical therapy. I also went to physical therapy too for my back.
How's that going?
It's good. The chiropractor's been good, but I also want to go to physical therapy so they could teach me ways to keep my back good.
Yeah.
So that's it's good. It's very interesting. I do more like exercises and stretches and stuff. So also, I'm actually because I used to do the home stuff here with the gym.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see this. I have rope here, and I have like a medicine ball and stuff. I'm going. I kind of went back to the LA Fitness, so had a nice little workout yesterday. I'm gonna continue to do that. Go to the gym continually just to get my body in better shape. Hopefully, I'll be like Mike. Mike, you out here, you've been doing his thing. But yeah, I'm just trying to get. This year it's been about the mental and the physical, just getting that better my health in a better space. I think pandemic kind of got me here. Could say it's kind of like a blessing in a weird way. But yeah, that's been my week. Just a lot of different things, but yeah, that's our week. But we're gonna go into the topics here. The main one here that we're going to be talking about, I don't know how long this conversation is going to be, but Bill Cosby has been exonerated, I think. Was he out of jail?
Yeah, they released him, what was that, Thursday, I think?
Yeah, they released him. They released him out of jail for his sexual assault case that he was convicted of in 2017 or 18?
17, I think.
17.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, they convicted him in 2017. But before I get into the details of this case, from what I researched and what I know, Chris,
Mhm.
What do you have to say about just him being? And we could just tackle it not from a who's innocent or who's not innocent, but just from a legal, if you know, or just like your opinion.
Well, I can give you my opinion because I'm no legal expert or anything,
Just give your opinion of it.
and I'm just straight up just full transparency for this week. I've been slacking. I haven't looked up any of the topics we're talking about, so I'm just straight off the dome this week. But which I kind of usually am, but like just even more so now. But I would say it's kind of idiotic because thinking, just thinking like the potential of a sexual predator being released due to a technicality sounds insane to me. The fact that this person could have done, it doesn't actually matter how many people he's clearly not in, apparently has not been in the right mind. It was just like thought it was okay to attack people, and for whatever reason the course is just like, you know what, we made a mistake, our bad, go home. Now granted, I don't know if this is an indefinite go home or if this is just like waiting for a retrial. I'm not sure because again I haven't read up on it or anything.
Yeah, I'll pull up some stuff, but you keep going. Let me just pull up some stuff I screenshotted.
Okay. But yeah,
But
because
yeah,
it's just thinking of the potential of just a known dangerous person, rather potentially known dangerous person. Granted, the person in question right now is a 80 some odd year old man, but this could have been done with somebody who was in their 30s, and because his lawyers were able to come over everything perfectly, he was able to leave jail. Just leave. No no real justification other than like, yo man, hey, our bad. We'll try to get you next time. But as of right now, it's our bad. That sucks on our part. So you go home and then maybe we run this back some other time. That sucks. That's terrible.
uh, yeah, Chris, I see where your opinion's coming from, but and I get that, obviously, because he was released, but I'll just get into why he was released, just from a legal. I'm every like people out there. Everything I'm going to say has nothing to do with if he's innocent or not. It's just what I'm saying from the case and the law. Just want to point that out there. I don't want y'all to be like I'm saying Bill Cosby's innocent or he's not. I'm just saying what's the facts of the case. So in 2005, the lady, what's her name? Was it Mrs. Constant? She filed. I think she was going to file a case against him. I don't know. I don't know if it was a criminal case at first or whether it was a civil case at first, but I think because of the details and how things happen, her lawyers decided to take him for a civil case, right? And the district attorney at the time, who his name, I think his name is Bruce Castor, he granted Bill Cosby immunity of the charge. So he granted him immunity so he would sit for the civil case. Now, granted, when you grant someone immunity, that means you can't take him on
Right.
a criminal case. That's what this district attorney dude did. Now, come 10, 12 years later, when they're charging him with the charges, there's a new district attorney who completely ignored that. And that right there is breaking the law of due process. So, people out there, I'm not saying Bill Cosby conspiracy, I'm not doing that. But the fact that the new district attorney ignored that and put him in jail anyway, because the first when they did it at first, it was a hung jury. When they did the first criminal case against him in 2016 or 17, it was a hung jury. It was a hung jury. They didn't have an actual. He didn't get what's it called until the next year. So we got my thoughts again. So the fact that they put him in jail for 3 years and completely ignored the fact that he was granted immunity, that is negligence on their part. However, the district attorney that granted him immunity because he wanted him to go in a civil case just shows me how disgusting the criminal system is, or just law in itself is. How can a man...
Wait, hold on. Run that last part back real quick. You said, so he changed it from a criminal to a civil case?
Yes, he granted him... She wanted to get him on a civil case instead of a criminal case, which I don't know. She talked to her lawyers about that. So to make the civil case easier for him, or make him want to go for the civil case, he granted him immunity of a criminal case. So that said that the lady can't press like real criminal charges against you. She can only catch you on a civil case. And that made him more comfortable to do the civil case. So I don't have to worry about criminal charges now. I'll just settle. Because he settled for $3.5 million with this lady. Like, they settled. Like, he paid her in a confidential suit. And he admitted to all of it. He admitted to the Quaaludes and everything in the civil case. But I think in his mind, what he said is, they didn't know if they could prove beyond a reasonable doubt that he was guilty of it in a criminal case. You know, so I know that's a lot, I'm just saying, but
nah, hey, I'm just trying to take it all in, because that's...
I know I'm saying a lot, but
yeah.
What I'm trying to say, Chris, is why would you grant him immunity from a criminal case?
Yeah. If I thought somebody was, out here rape or murder, whatever, those are serious crimes. And like, why would you potentially let out a hazard to public safety on a civil case?
For me, I don't get why the system would say, well, because we want you on the civil case and we think it'll help her in the civil case to get settled, let's grant you immunity so you can't be charged for... It's a sexual assault. Like, that person who was in charge, which is what's his name? Let me get the name right. Bruce Castor. I'm just like, you did that so he could get it on a civil case instead? And then, not to dismiss the lady at all, because I don't like sexual assault, people, the thoughts, the process and everything is a lot. But it just makes me feel like, and this is the thing why I'm not trying to criticize the movement or anything. Bill Cosby was in court because of public opinion and what was going on at that time. And it also shows how people are. Why wouldn't she do a criminal case against him in 2006, but in 2018, when it's a movement, she will do it?
Well, that's just kind of like, I guess, the strength in numbers type thing too, though. Like when it's one of you, he can just bat you down. When it's two of you, he could probably bat you down. When it's 60 of you, that's a lot of batting down to do.
But that doesn't come from that doesn't come from evidence, though. Those 60 people don't come from actual evidence. That comes from the court of public opinion. You had this evidence against Bill Cosby in 2006 that he gave you Quaaludes. I'm saying, like, those 60 people, they can say that, but you have to prove that in court. I'm not saying they didn't do it. Again, people, I'm not saying they didn't. He didn't do all of that. But yet again, you have to prove in the court that he actually did that.
Then did they get anything from him going to jail? Like, do they give them money for that?
If it's a civil case, what it is.
But he went to jail on a criminal case, though.
He went on a criminal case, but here's the thing. He went on a criminal case years after they granted him immunity. They knew that, and
right, but I'm talking about for the 2017 case.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So even if there was like the 6 or however many people, a lot of people, did any of them actually get paid for that?
They didn't. The 60 people didn't. Well, when they were like helping the lady.
Yeah. So like my point is, what do they gain? They don't gain anything except like unless they actually like telling their truth.
Nothing. It's honestly they're just saying their truth. It's not like, because for those 60 people, and this is yet again I have to explain. They have to actually take them, like a lot of them. And what's the rule that you after a couple years you can't press charges on somebody?
Oh, the 15 years.
Yeah. You can't. A lot of the ladies happened years ago. Not to say it didn't happen.
Yeah, but that being the case, then a lot of what's it called? The serial killers. A lot of them probably won't be caught either. Some of them, you know.
Yeah, but
Chris, like, hey, it's been 15 years. I can kill again tomorrow. You can put me away for one.
But to be fair, Chris, that's why when that happens, and this is me not trying to say I'm trying to be like that person. You have to come forward earlier. You can't like that, that's where people
that's just easier said than done, though.
I'm not, but Chris, you can't.
I know, but Peter, you
from the rule of law,
you put yourself in that position, Peter.
But I can't listen. I'm being real. If somebody did that to me and I waited 12 years, bro, there's rule of law. I'm not tackling it from my personal feelings. I'm tackling it from like rule of law. You can't wait 12, 13 years to file. That's just how it is.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, just like from just like a human perspective, not even a law perspective in that case, that's just like, okay, this man who's extremely powerful did something to me that I can never get back. And because of that, and he's probably threatened him because he probably wasn't just like did that and whatever. He probably just like, and if you say anything, I'll do such and such to you, or I'll ruin your life, something. And with his amount of money, he could easily do that. And granted, I'm not saying like every one of those women did, but even if it's 5 of them, even if it's 10 of them, that's a lot.
And I agree with you. And personally, Chris, I was going to say, I do think he's guilty. I do think he's guilty. But I just think, and that's why I'm trying to get this, because people may take this and be like, the law that we have in place is messed up, folks.
But yeah, I'm not arguing with you. I'm just
no, I'm not saying you. Okay, go.
No, I was just saying like the I forget what it is.
Statute of limitations.
Thank you, statute of limitations. I don't think the statute of limitations should be applied on certain types of cases.
And that's where I'll agree with you. Although I'm just saying the thing that is coming from law, what they'll tell you, a lawyer will tell you, hey, you shouldn't wait that long. First of all, when it comes to trauma, assault, these type of things, there should be some leeway with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I am tired, and this may sound controversial. I am tired. Anytime there is a sexual assault case or an assault case, people will go to a civil first or we want to get money first before we want to put somebody in jail. I'm not saying that lady wanted to get money first. I'm not accusing her of that because she has lawyers that'll talk to her and tell her, "Oh, do this."
Yeah. She probably talked into that.
So why are we like when it comes to stuff like this? Criminal first. They should make that mandatory. Criminal before you go civil. Because how can a man, right? I'm not standing up for him. How can you go for his pocket first? I'm just yet again go for his pocket first, and then 12 years later, put him in jail. I'm just looking at it from that. Why didn't you put him in jail then? Why didn't the law? Like, I just hate the system. And then granting immunity. So, first of all, why are you granting him immunity? period. He's a sexual offender.
Yeah.
And he admitted it in the civil case. You don't.
Yeah.
Why would you grant him immunity? But then again, again, I have to be politically not necessarily politically, but I have to tell you what it is. For them to trial him again and then ignore the fact that he got immunity, that in itself is also messed up. Not defending him, Bill Cosby, at all, but that's messed up because we see, and this is bigger than Bill Cosby. We see how black and white, how y'all treat us in these situations, regardless of if we're guilty or not. Well, we're just gonna ignore the fact that he got immunity from the other. What? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I personally, and I know I was saying all the politically correct stuff because of law. Personally, I don't like how the system is. I think it needs to be rinsed. I think it needs to be a different way we tackle sexual assault in this country. Because everything I just explained to you, I'm really mind-boggled by it. Personally, even explaining it, having to tell Chris what it really means, I hate it because it's so stupid.
Because what if this was like a guy who was, again, I think I said earlier, in like his 30s or 40s, like he's basically, compared to Bill Cosby, a young man, and you know what, he just decides like, hey, I'm out. Why not wild out? They won't catch me anyway, or they are gonna put me back anyway. Feel like he might not have anything to lose. That's literally a like a menace to society let on loose. Granted, I don't think they let a prisoner of that capacity out without being monitored, but just like the potential of it, just the same.
Yeah. It's really, like I said, Chris, and I was tackling things from basically a law perspective for what things meant. But me personally, I honestly think this is ridiculous. Pennsylvania, they need to like really do like an investigation of their due process, because it's like, just reading this, it's like it don't make no sense. It really doesn't. But yet again, also you have to take into fact is the time period, because it was a different time in 05 and 06 than it is now. Sad to say. We have to, now we want to care about this stuff now. And then it was just like, oh, it's Bill Cosby. Oh, they're trying to set up the brother. Oh no, we ridiculous. But I mean, that's our thoughts on this. I really don't know what to say moving forward for Bill Cosby or whoever. I just hope that for any next accusation, please get them on a criminal case. I don't like sexual assault coming from a civil case, because there's too many nuances to it. You know? But yeah, that's I thought so. And people out there, please don't cancel me. I'm gonna repeat this, because people want to say, oh, Peter, why don't you say this? You think he's innocent? No, I don't. I'm just saying what the law, what I'm telling you, what was here, what's in the law. You know what I'm saying? Black people, this is not even just black people. People just take, you know how it is, Chris. They'll take you out of context.
I get you.
You know what I'm saying? But I have to explain. Please don't cancel me. What do we got next? Let me check what we got next on here. Oh, let's go on a lighter note instead of, speaking of black people. Bobby Brown versus Keith Sweat. Two uncles.
As we talked, well, before we were on camera, as we talked about, I didn't see this one either.
Did you see it?
Mm-mm.
I watched it. I watched it last night because I was drunk. Went out with Jamie last night. I was wilding. But I watched it around 4 or 5 in the morning. I liked it. I liked it. I learned more about Keith Sweat than I did Bobby Brown, though. I'll tell you that. Keith Sweat wrote Freed Me by Silk. That caught me off guard. I think the most memorable, the thing he did that was make it the beginning to Make It Last Forever, that song, when he was like about to perform it, he brought out the DJ played I remember All Me?
Yeah.
There's a line where Drake says, "I'm the light-skinned Keith Sweat. I'm gonna make it last forever." And then he spun that and then played Make It Last Forever.
Dang.
That was fly. That was tough. But
it is tough. That's pretty good.
For me, I'm a bigger Bobby Brown fan than Keith Sweat, but I'm a fan of Keith Sweat. I think personally, I thought it was a tie, but if I had to be real, I say maybe Keith won by 1 or 2 songs.
Really?
1 or 2 songs, just because of the songs he wrote, and I felt like his songs are better well placed than Bobby's. But I'll say that the reason why I really thought it was a tie because I just love Bobby's records.
Yeah, I was about to say, just knowing you, I know you're a big Bobby Brown fan, so I would just assume you would have said Bobby Brown. Heck, I was just on the matchup, I'd be like, Bobby Brown he got probably maybe 3 songs over Keith Sweat. Mm-hmm. And granted, I feel like I probably heard probably at least close to all of Bobby Brown's like catalog versus Keith Sweat. Not saying I'm not familiar with Keith Sweat, I just was, listening to more Bobby Brown just growing up and didn't know Bobby Brown was out here writing songs for Silk or anybody.
Oh, Keith Sweat was writing songs for Silk.
Right. Thank you. Keith Sweat was out here writing songs. So yeah.
Yeah. But if because but like, would you have taken it just not knowing? You would have took Bobby? Who would you take, Bobby or Keith?
I think I would definitely took Bobby. Had him for probably at least 3 songs, I think.
Yeah. It was like I said, Bobby Brown just got certain songs that, I just.
Was he playing his best stuff?
He played it towards the end, but there was certain stuff in the middle here and there. I was like, okay, it was good, but Keith Sweat, he got a little bit better. But I think overall Keith was a little bit more. He curated his songs better, and he performed a little bit better than Bobby. But Bobby just had My Prerogative, Don't Be Cruel. What's the other records? Roni. Yeah, certain records by Bobby I just like.
Yeah.
But I like more. But there are also some records by Keith, like I Want Her and Nobody. So it's a good battle. I just say a tie because I like both of them.
Yeah.
So I'll give it a tie.
Yeah. And I'm sure it was close too. But I'm gonna say just from your reaction there, I'm just gonna say Keith Sweat won.
Yeah. Keith, I think won by a bit. Well,
I'll probably watch that tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah. So you can make your own. Also, man, because we ain't even talking. I think this happened 2 weeks ago. Soulja Boy versus Bow Wow.
Oh yeah.
Man, did you watch this one or did you see or?
I saw clips of it because I was gonna watch it. Then I kind of heard it was like when you watch the whole thing, it felt kind of like the energy was kind of awkward. So I was just like, okay, I'm not gonna watch an hour and a half of awkward energy.
I liked it.
You liked it?
It was probably the second most entertaining verses behind Jeezy and Gucci. It was
the live crowd made it feel weird though.
Because you kid, I don't want to say you kids because I'm part of y'all. I'm technically part of your generation. Y'all don't know how to get hype and jump and dance, man. I see the award shows and stuff.
Well, to be fair, they've been in quarantine all this time. They probably not even used to that no more.
Listen, okay, maybe I'm different than them. Me, when I'm out and I'm hearing the songs I like, I'm getting up. I need to get this energy out. I've been in too long. But to each his own. But I liked it. I thought they were both entertaining. Soulja Boy, entertaining. Even the insults. What did Soulja Boy say to Bow Wow? Lil Pee Wee.
Lil Pee Wee.
And then Bow Wow called him Lil Cap Gun.
Wow. Wait, so was it like they were really coming for each other, or was it like they were just like playful banter?
Playful band. And between those two, they're both narcissists.
Yeah, clearly.
So they I think they you know, they just feed off of each other when it comes to that. But if I had to give my opinion on musically, Bow Wow won, and I told all y'all about Bow Wow, man. I told y'all I told Bow Wow got some joints, man. But if it's musically, Bow Wow clearly won because even Soulja Boy kind of disappointed people. He played one song 3 times.
Really?
He played. She
Oh,
made
I
it.
did hear that. It was what was it?
She make it clap.
Yeah, yeah. I heard
3
that.
times. He played that 3 times. One with Nicki and the other time with French.
Yeah, and so Soldier Boy was just there to troll the whole time.
Honestly, he was just there to entertain because he was entertaining. I ain't gonna hold you. He brought another thing. He brought Romeo out.
Really?
He brought Romeo out, and Romeo did a couple songs that I forgot. I ain't gonna hold you. I forgot all these Romeo records. I forgot.
I can't. I might remember one Romeo song, maybe.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. And Romeo said something about how in their era, Bow Wow was Michael Jordan, he was Kobe, and Soulja Boy was LeBron. I can see
Romeo still making music when Soldier Boy came out.
no, I not necessarily. I don't agree with him from a music perspective. I think it's just like how they were popular. Because if you look at how big they were, Romeo was second to Bow Wow at
Yeah,
that time.
but that was like because Romeo was doing stuff on TV too, though.
Yeah. So I think he's looking at it from a bigger because musically Romeo was out. It was cool.
I can't halfway remember.
I
At
don't
least at
remember.
this point in time, I can't. Not off the top of my head, I can't halfway
It
remember
was,
no Romeo songs.
it was cool, but like I think and if you look amongst the girls, there was a Bow Wow versus Romeo thing with for sure.
Yeah.
And then Soulja Boy, like the time Soulja Boy came out, Romeo wasn't really, it was still, and even Bow was starting to like, that was like his last, but yeah, I think it was good. I thought Bow Wow musically won, but overall, if you ask me overall, I'd probably say a tie because Soulja Boy's entertainment was, yeah.
That too was part of it.
Yeah.
That performance aspect.
Yeah. It's just the entertainment because I'm the first rapper to bring Romeo and Bow Wow together. I'm the first rapper to do a whole bunch of stuff. Like, okay, brother.
Hey, them kids doing TikToks or whatever it is on Instagram, all that stuff, they be killing me with that Soldier Boy stuff, man. I seen one where Soldier Boy was on the moon and beat up Neil Armstrong.
Yo, have you seen the one where homie goes into the bathroom and then he's like,
"Oh yeah.
I'm the first. Quit playing with me. I'm the first." Hey, but yeah, I mean, Soulja Boy is one. I'm not really a fan of his music like that.
Yeah,
I thought he was cool as kid. When we were kids, he was just cool.
Yeah. He was the man when we were kids.
Yeah, he was a cool dude. I was even talking to my brother. I don't think
I keep forgetting how young he is too.
Yeah, he maybe like 2-3 years on us.
Yeah, I don't think he's 30 yet.
No, Bow was a little weird. Bow got us by age.
Yeah,
Bow got us about 5-7 years. But I was talking to my brother about this. Like, I told him I like Fresh as I'm Is better than Crank That.
I can't remember that off the top of my head. Fresh as I'm Is.
That was the record with him. You ain't right. You ain't bumping like I'm bumping. You ain't fresh as I'm. Yeah.
Oh,
that record.
I think I like Crank That over that. It's been a while since I've heard it, but I think I like Crank That over that.
Yeah, I told him I take Fresh as I'm Is. I think Crank That. If you think about that song, I'm not saying it's not good. It's very basic.
Yeah, but I mean, it got the people going.
It's very basic. And if you look at I'm not saying it's a bad song, folks. I've been cranking you, and it's just a bunch of he's just saying words and moving. It's like, okay. It's like I remember like we liked it because it's like the kids, but I remember Ice-T and Snoop and all, they was just like, it's some bullshit.
They also like 30 years older than us too, though.
Yeah, but I'm
different
just saying the generational thing is like,
yeah,
what's going on now?
And you gotta remember, like Bow Wow was like raised up by those dudes, so of course they're gonna like his stuff more than they're gonna like a Soulja Boy.
Yeah, Snoop discovered Bow Wow.
Yeah.
He was actually on the first. Bow Wow was on the Doggy Style album.
Yeah,
was on the Doggy Style album. But yeah, I mean, credit to Soulja Boy because even I also said this. What's that song? Hopped up, turn my swag on.
Oh yeah, turn my swag on.
That's probably my favorite Soulja Boy song.
Really?
Yep.
That was actually one of the more than a few, but one of the ones that got on my nerves the quickest.
I told my brother because my brother hates my brother Sean. He don't like Soulja Boy at all. So I said that he's like, really, Peter? I mean, yeah, that record go hard. It's like I don't like that song. Like, you joined the. Well, I guess, but yeah, I think that's my favorite one. But yeah, they both. What's it called? So Beyonce sampled that.
Did she?
Yeah, for like he played it. He played it on one song on Lemonade. I forgot the song.
True.
Lemonade. And Bow did a song with Destiny's Child back in the day.
Yeah, I'm hip.
So they played that, but I mean it was overall a good battle. Omarion came out too. 3 6 Mafia came out.
Wow.
Jermaine Dupri and DeBrat came out. Yeah. And like someone said it was a Bow Wow concert featuring Soulja Boy. I was like, kinda. You know what I'm saying? Because Bow Wow's a better performer. This Soulja Boy just comes with the antics.
I don't know though, because at least from what I heard from who was it? I forget what somebody said. They said Soulja Boy, it would have been closer, but Soulja Boy did 3 songs, 3 the same song, what you was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
But they still said they like Soulja Boy in it more. I don't know who I was talking to about it. I forget.
Honestly, it would, if we're looking, because what Bow Wow's strategy was, Bow Wow played, basically gave you his career on that thing. Soulja Boy was just playing different joints from different periods. Bow Wow was like, I'm gonna play my kid stuff, and I'm gonna gradually go up and play my adult stuff. Soulja was playing, I don't even know his strategy. He just was playing stuff. Even got Academics was there. Academics couldn't even remember that song We Made It?
Yeah.
He couldn't cue he's a DJ, supposedly. He couldn't cue the Drake's verse to come on next. Like he let the whole joint play out. Yes, but it was a good battle. I liked it. It was good. I'll overall give it a tie.
Fair enough.
Overall. But
I'm gonna stick with my pick just to, stay loyal.
Yeah, I mean you can watch it, but
I might watch it.
Yeah, but I'm not really mad at the people that pick Soulja Boy because he's entertaining. I'll give you that. Say the least. But speaking of these versus battles, and I couldn't wait to talk about this one honestly because I've been thinking about this for a week. As soon as it was announced, I was like, hey, we gotta talk about this. Lil Kim was on the BET awards, I think red carpet. They asked her who would she want to do a versus battle with, and she said Nicki. And I was like, that's very interesting. Now, at first, I was like, I'm 50-50 on this. I may have Nicki as the favorite. And then I went and I looked at Lil Kim's catalog. And Yeah, Nikki, that's gonna be a long ass night. I'm gonna just, it's gonna be a long ass night for you. I'm not, I'm not gonna say you're gonna lose, but Lil Kim got some joints.
It's
I
gonna be
ain't
a
gonna hold you.
battle.
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Before I get into what I gotta say about that, what do you think personally?
Personally, I definitely just listen to the radio a lot as a kid. So, and where at least where I was as a kid, a lot of Lil Kim came on, and a lot of even my babysitter used to play Lil Kim a lot
Yeah,
as a kid. So I know, even I like I was telling you before we started recording, like I know the songs, I just can't never remember like the names off top. But like, I would say just knowing from what I know, or rather from what I remember, I would say Lil Kim by 5.
Lil Kim by 5.
Lil Kim by 5.
Whoa, you shocking me because I thought last week I thought you were saying you had Nikki winning.
Did I?
Yeah,
I might just say that off top of my. I might just say that without thinking, but I thought about it.
Bro, I said it was 50-50. And then I looked at Lil Kim Essentials, right? I went there and I looked at Lil Kim Essentials, right?
You know, it might have been because I just looked at her list too, though.
Okay. Bro, Lil
Those
Kim
songs with Biggie might have changed my mind.
yeah. As far I'll tell you this. The reason I changed my mind is because
Lil Kim by 3. Lil Kim by 3.
Lil Kim by 3?
Yeah.
The reason why I changed my mind last week per saying is 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at Nicki's records, right? Nicki's a dope rapper, lyricist. She's a better lyricist than Kim. But if you look at her hip hop records and you compare them to Lil Kim's hip hop records, Lil Kim blows her out of the damn park.
Yeah.
The reason why Nicki has a chance because of her mainstream stuff.
Yeah, and like recency biased.
And recency bias. But the mainstream stuff and like her overall has a lot of, she can go into her Jamaican pocket, her Drake pocket, her Wayne pocket, her YMC, all that. She got a bunch of stuff. But Kim got the Quiet Storm, Light Us Up, the Jump Off, Magic Stick, Quiet Storm remix with Mobb Deep, Money, Power, Respect with X and Locks, Get Money, Players Anthem. All them choices I just told you are hip hop classics. I don't know, man. Hey, I'm picking Lil Kim and Nicki. It's no diss to Nicki because Nicki could hold her own just about any female rapper. But I got Kim by like 2-3 songs.
It's still a weird like matching to me because like they like a Lil Kim might pay the role for like a Nicki Minaj, but like why not somebody in like the same era per se?
Foxy.
Where the bias would be somewhat the same, you know?
Foxy Brown.
Yeah.
Although I think Kim would beat Foxy.
But I feel like it would make more sense though.
It would make more sense though.
Because like the audience you're bringing in like already understands like the catalog of music versus they just were like, well, I really just like Nicki Minaj, so momentum's just gonna swing her way.
Exactly. Honestly, she should have said Foxy, but they got some real issues that they have to figure out.
I mean, but there's still other rappers other than Foxy that she could have won against.
Foxy. Who else in the 90s? I'm trying to think of.
In the 90s?
Eve already battled Trina, which I thought was weird.
Yeah.
I can't think of another feat. Maybe Missy?
Yeah. Or Missy early 2000s.
Missy's late 90s. Missy came out just maybe a couple years after Kim.
True.
Maybe a couple years after. Maybe, yeah, they came around just about the same time, I think, if I'm being correct. I think Kim was like maybe 2 years earlier. But Lil Kim versus Miss, and I'm gonna say this out here. Ain't nobody saying Missy in no versus battle. That's my. I don't care. That's my Virginia bias because I'm from Virginia, Ain't nobody seen Missy.
Now Missy tough. I don't know a Missy song that I don't like, to be honest.
And here's the thing with Missy, she's not even a better rapper than most people.
It's just better music.
Just better. She can sing, she can produce, she can write, she can play
like rapping and lyrics, all that can take you so far. But if the music is just like, if like the music is like top class, the rapping is top class, then even if somebody is above you in one of those categories, but they can't match you in the other, it doesn't really matter as much because you're hitting all the marks where you need to.
Yeah.
And then that's Missy for you.
Yeah, and I may have to add this. She got Timberland too.
Yeah.
Timberland, her and Missy and Timberland are like, ooh. Yeah, ain't no female seeing Missy in no verses. Nicki's not seeing her.
It's a lot of dudes not seeing Missy in no verses.
Yeah, they were talking about Busta versus Missy.
Ooh, that'd be interesting
because of their videos.
That'd be tough.
Because those two have in hip hop have like
yeah. As soon as you said that, what can Pastor Kavashi, I think, or Dangerous, I forget.
Is it the one where I said the dude acting like Gerard?
I think that might be Dangerous.
Dangerous, yeah.
Yeah.
that video was crazy. That video had it ahead of his time. Like Busta Rhymes is just a different.
Yeah, if that video came out today, that would go crazy.
Yeah. Heck yeah. And then the Missy videos, I Can't Stand the Rain, where she's like in the
that was the first one that came to mind, where she was in that bloated suit.
Yeah, like she got too many classic. Even Get Your Freak On. Oh man, she got a lot of I'm sorry, ain't no female seeing Missy. I'm just thinking about the records in my head.
Yeah.
Ooh. What is a female gonna play when she plays Work It? Like the only person that Lauryn Hill.
Lauryn Hill's tough. Lauryn Hill's
Missy versus Lauryn Hill. That don't make sense in a way, but
no, because it's different. It's different styles of music, and I feel like it's not fair to neither one of them.
Nah. Yeah. I'll also say this.
I like that Busta Missy.
Yeah, Busta Missy. They need to do that. Set that up, because for real, no female really seeing Missy and no versus battle.
No.
But Lauryn Hill is another person people don't want to see. She got the Fugees catalog too. Don't think it's just the one album. People are, it's only got one album.
Who would she go against? Like Common?
Nah, she beat Common.
She would. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying like somebody who matches her tempo, but would like be able to like actually like rap against her. I can't think of anybody.
I can't. I mean, just to keep a few people. I remember one time we had an argument about in the chat, Lauryn Hill versus Nicki, and we had to educate somebody because they just picked Nicki. Oh. you I'm not going to say the person's name, but you have an idea.
I don't even remember this conversation.
No, you don't have to. I don't have to tell you about the conversation, but somebody just flat out picked Nicki.
Oh, would it be my first guest?
Probably. Just you know who it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I don't have to even say it. The person's flat, and then we had to just like tell them, Lauryn Hill got some joints. But that was a conversation we had months ago. But I mean, I do. I think the general public would ride with Nicki.
Yeah, for sure. Battle.
But listen, man. I know we grew up with Nicki in high school. I know there's a bias there because I'm that era. We grew up on YMCMB and Nicki's Pink Friday and the Pink Print and Roman Reloaded. But there's something about having classic records. Something about having Biggie. She was on It's All About the Benjamins.
Yeah.
all-time classics. So I'm sorry, I'm picking Lil' Kim. I think Chris agrees with me there.
Yeah, I do.
You know what? It's kind of like this battle is kind of like Usher versus Chris Brown.
Usher versus Chris Brown.
It's very similar, where it's like Usher has.
I can't completely agree with that because Usher's still relevant at the same time that Chris Brown is. I'll be like the relevance has fluctuated over the time, but like he's still like if you to ask somebody on the street who's Usher, is a lot bigger chance than they will know who Lil' Kim.
Okay. I wasn't looking at it from a popular standpoint. I was looking at it from a catalog thing.
Okay, gotcha.
Where like Usher has the more classic records, but Chris has the more recent records. Like kind of like Nicki. Nicki got the more recent records. Kim has the classic joints, but would be a dope versus. I'll watch it. Yeah. But let's move on to what's the next stuff we got to talk about. Oh, Biz Markie.
Oh yeah.
I'll have to stay too long on this one. Apparently, I think it was 2 days ago or yesterday, they said he had passed. Come to find out, I wasn't so. We could be quick on this. What are your thoughts, Chris?
I feel like people need to stop trying to report or be the obit or I'm talking before I can think. I think people should stop trying to be a obituary for the internet and just let that actually happen. Just be like such and such passed, and then let that be on the news. Let some time roll by, see it on the Wikipedia or something, as opposed to like all these pages come trying to be so fast and say somebody died. They did that with DMX too for like three or so days before he actually even died. Or no, it was the day before he died.
The day before he died.
Day before he died. Yeah.
Before he died. Yeah, I agree with you, Chris. I think, and to me, it's like, and this thing kind of happened with Kobe, even though he did pass.
Yeah.
There was stuff about his daughters also being in the car in the crowd.
Yeah, they said they were at one point. We thought all his children were in there with him.
Yeah, and then there was also like what basketball player? Rick Fox.
Yeah, Rick Fox.
With him.
Yeah.
Like it's a bunch of. I always say like, what if it's your uncle or your mom or your daddy in that situation? Like, stop trying to be the first to report these things. Be the first to report it right.
Right, because like imagine that's your loved one, and you see that on there, and you don't even know it yourself. and you were just on Instagram doing whatever, and then you see like your father died, your uncle died, your cousin, whoever has passed away, and you're just sitting there just like you don't know what to do because you're wondering why the internet knows before you did, the actual family.
Yeah, and as far as the because you said it happened with the that honestly, and I'm not trying to make this about me, but like I personally, it ruined my day because that was my birthday. It did. Like I heard that shit literally. I got out of the shower. I see your DMX dead. And I was like, this nigga gonna really die on my birthday. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to make it about me, but it's just like, damn, come to find out he ain't really dead yet. You dig? Like, what are y'all doing? Like, this is DMX we're talking about. This ain't no like, you dig? Get your facts right. And with Biz Markie, he's had issues with like, I think diabetes and overall health, and he's been on dialysis a couple of times. Please, there are family members involved whenever you report this. Think about them before you like, or at least go to a source that's credible.
Yeah. That would be the best thing to do.
You're supposed to do that.
Because as opposed to like breaking a news story and being the first one to do it, you could, I don't know. This is just a crazy thought I'm having. So, hey, take it or leave it. But you could be decent human beings and just leave well enough alone.
Yeah.
If you don't know 100%, don't say it.
Yeah.
Don't say it.
Yeah. I think, and finding out, I'm really like, I've been like I did this early in the year, wireless deactivated social media. for about a month and a half because I don't like seeing that shit. I mean, that stuff on my timeline. I'd rather hear it on the news. I don't like seeing that on the timeline. Like, you dig? It's
Yeah.
not. It's not. It's not healthy, and it's been happening every time. So that's another thing we have to be careful with social media. Like how we report death and how we post that stuff. Like you would think with death, it'll be like, let's relax. We heard somebody died. Let's not put that out there yet.
Yeah, and this could be happening like more often than what we think it is too, because like we're in our own little sphere on the internet, and this could be happening to like multiple groups of people, and we have no idea about it either.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the stuff about Biz. But let's go on to some sports. The CP3 makes his first finals. How you feeling about that, Chris?
I feel like it's for somebody who's been considered to be like one of the most elite point guards of his time, pretty overdue for him.
Yeah.
And I, to be honest, I thought he would have got there. I forget. It probably was it 5 years. Well, I thought he was gonna get there much. At least when I was in middle school, I thought he was gonna get there before this point. I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And granted, and granted, yeah, he's not really like my favorite player, but like I do like I'd be lying if I could say if I'm saying I don't like recognize his talent and his skill, his work ethic. And not to mention he's finally found a team that just like works together with him, and he's found the right circumstance too, where he's been put into a position to potentially win.
Yeah.
Championship.
I'm happy for CP3. I feel like the way he plays basketball. I feel I'm not gonna say basketball gods, but I always felt like he always gets to a point where he gets so close and then he gets hurt.
Yeah.
And it's happened for every year he's been in the playoffs. When it was with the Clippers, it was one game away from beating the greatest team people think are going to say of all time, the Warriors in 2017 or 18. 2018.
17. Oh, was it 18?
I think it was 18.
Oh, that's right, because Durant was on that team, right?
Yeah. It's 2018. He was this close from beating them.
Yeah.
So I think it's also not to say I agree with this, but like now you're looking at it the other way around. Everybody he's beaten, a superstar has been hurt, and he's went there. But I can't even be mad at that because every year he's played, he's been hurt.
Yeah, and just like people have been calling him like a choke artist in the playoffs for a very long time too.
Yeah, which I never agreed with. Chris Paul has done enough to put teams in positions to win. He's the definition of a real like MVP. He gets teams better than what they were.
He's literally the veteran that every team wants.
Yeah, he's a winner, and I think him pairing up with Devin Booker was a match made. I have him winning the finals. Whoever goes to the finals. If it's the Hawks, I have him sweeping the Hawks. If it's the
I don't
Bucks,
think they sweep the Hawks.
I'm just saying that because I don't know how healthy Trey is.
True.
But if Trey is there, maybe 6 games, or I'll gentleman sweep, or it's 6 games. I don't see that going 7.
Without Trey, I see it going 5. With Trey, I see it going 6.
Yeah, and if it's the Bucks without Giannis, they have more. It'll go 5 without Giannis, or with Giannis, I'll go 6 or 7. With Giannis, I'm not actually. If Giannis comes back, I don't know because. But yet again, their coach at times, the Bucks coach at times, he can be really. I don't know, but I do think the Bucks have a better chance. The Hawks, they've been.
But again, that also like depends on like health too.
Health, yep, all of that. But
yeah.
I'm happy for CP3. This is well long overdue. Honestly, I've always been saying this, and people have been like, "Oh my god, you just hate on Steph Curry." If I had to pick a point guard, I'd pick Chris Paul before I pick Steph Curry.
Well, okay. Well, that I feel like that's fair though, in the sense that like Chris Paul's more of a true point guard than a Steph Curry is.
Not a better player, but if I had to pick a point guard, I'd pick CP3 every day, any day, over Steph Curry. But that's neither here or there, because I know people be like, oh, man, you just hate Steph Curry, man. But congrats to CP3. See, we're talking about. I'm talking about Chris Paul and Steph Curry. One actually made the playoffs, and one's actually in the finals, but somehow wasn't in the MVP top 3. But the dude that didn't even make the playoffs got top 3 MVP votes. And Chris Paul beat the MVP.
Yeah.
Swept him.
Yeah.
The NBA.
Yeah, that's how it be though. I mean, and to be fair, this whole year for the NBA has been kind of muddled up and messy.
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. This is the weirdest season. Last year and coming into this year is the weirdest basketball I've seen. And like last year, granted the Lakers won, but even the way it happened.
Yeah, bubble ball. Like,
yeah, it's just like it's weird.
Yeah.
But
everybody was kind of thrown off. So
yeah, everyone was thrown off. But get to this next one. Let me pull it up. Now that we speaking of the Suns, they beat the Clippers. Chris, should the Clippers run it back?
Should the Clippers run it back? What you mean? Like
Kawhi, Paul George, keep it together. Let's see if we could do this one more time.
I don't think there's necessarily any harm in it, but do I actually think it's going to happen? I'm not 100.
I think. Nah, they got knocked out in the second round.
Yeah.
Yes, you should definitely. But granted that Kawhi got hurt and he probably did tear his ACL. I think he tore his ACL. They're just not saying anything.
Yeah.
The way although Paul George didn't really prove anything to me, he played better than he did last year, and he actually played very well in this playoffs. Even
that's why I will say that we can say he proved that he can perform in the playoffs when he is the only superstar there.
Yeah, I mean,
because beforehand we were just like, okay, he's just kind of like like a shell of his like regular season self in the playoffs as opposed to like what he was doing like this past series they was in.
For me, I'll just explain. For me, he didn't prove to me anything because this is what you were supposed to be doing. Don't come and tell me you can prove you were supposed to do this. This is like what you did for the past 3 years in the playoffs. That was beneath you. So you didn't really prove anything to me. Like, because you did this in Indiana where you could like have good games and stuff, but you just couldn't take them over the hump. So you didn't prove anything. You just showed me what you can do. You return to that.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, like we could take from this that he has rekindled that flame that he did have.
Okay.
As opposed to being like he's a playoff hazard. He's an option again in the playoff time.
Yeah.
Because beforehand he really he was more of a hazard than a help in the playoffs.
Yeah. What did Shannon Sharp call him? Polyester P.
Polyester P.
That's another thing. Well, I'll add this. I'll give. Let me add something to this. I'm gonna add something to this again after we go to the last one. But I do think they should run it back. I think the Clippers are in position. They should feel confident for what they saw from Reggie Jackson, from Patrick Beverley, even though he was a fool for pushing Chris Paul. Don't even get me started.
Patrick Beverley always be doing the most too, though.
He may be a candidate. I don't want to give him Bozo of the Week because he's part of the DSS, and I believe in him. But that was very foolish, my brother, to push CP3 like that. But I think they should run it back. I think they should be encouraged by what they saw from the whole team. They played with some heart. This whole playoffs, they showed heart, and that's going to take them
Had to be the Mavericks.
Yeah. The Mavericks, they showed some heart. Against the Jazz, they showed some because we wrote them off completely.
Yeah, we
4
did.
straight games.
I definitely did.
So I think they should be encouraged by what they're seeing, run it back, and they have a good chance next year. If Paul George, and I think that's going to be the deciding year next year. But what do you think about? I'm adding this to it. This is not part of the original programming, people. What do you think about Demarcus Cousins complaining about internet trolling and internet narratives and complaining about being criticized in today's day?
Him being criticized?
Well, no, because he was defending Paul George from the polyester P pandemic P. What do you think about that? Him complaining about.
I think he got to get over it because just being in sports is an entertainment, and while like we do have to understand like these athletes are people, like we were talking about beforehand, like you, but at the same time you do have to understand as an athlete that you are in a career fair where you are going to be criticized. You're on TV, you're broadcasted over radios. We can go on our phones and watch your stats live. You are very public.
Yeah.
And so with public like viewing, there's going to be public opinion. People can be like, well, I don't go to your work and I don't do this, that, and the third. But at the same time, it's just like, well, my job doesn't require you to view me. So, I mean, granted, I don't agree with trolling, but it's just like it kind of like one of those things that it has to come with the territory. Like you have to understand, like it's going to happen.
Yeah. I Chris, how you broke that down was beautiful.
Of course.
It comes with the territory, Demarcus Cousins, Paul George. When you decide to be a basketball player, right? And this is another thing I'll add to what you're saying. You're talking about internet trolls and narratives. You can't log out your account. You see, this is the stuff like if you were complaining about the stuff on TV, like fine, there's certain lines like like the last time I was telling Stephen A. Smith, don't go at them personally. Like the whole Kwame saying his name all wrong and all that. Don't take no personal shots. But if you play like garbage and they're analysts, what do you want them to say? Give you pom-poms to say you're playing well?
Yeah, it's literally their job to analyze how you're playing, and they also get paid to like just, like ham it up any type of way any way fits their narrative.
Yeah.
Everything you're going to see on TV has a narrative. And if it doesn't, it's probably not being watched that much.
Yeah. And it's like, and I don't want to be like, I'm going at LeBron because people go, oh, you're going at. But LeBron has started this thing where it's like, give me my flowers. Give me my flowers. Give me my flowers. Don't criticize me. Oh, they don't appreciate me enough. And it's like, bro, you decided to go to Miami. You decided to say not one, not two, not three. You on camera have said these things. What do you think it comes with?
Yeah.
It comes with all that bull. It comes with the BS. People gonna be, especially the way you did it the first time.
Yeah.
It's gonna come with all that. And people are like, oh, I don't understand why people hate LeBron. It's part of basketball. People don't like people because people be getting at me because I'll go at Trae Young and all, but it's part of basketball. Spitting on somebody, but critiques and like not liking people and not liking certain basketball players because they did this. It's part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all need to stop being in your feelings about this and stop because you know why and you know why guys like Kobe and Jordan. Do you know why they're admired? Because they embraced it.
Yeah. Kobe relished being a villain in other courts. He relished that.
Kobe will tell you, hate me so I can score 50 on you. Michael Jordan would make up something that somebody said about him. So he would put 50 on them.
Yeah.
Shaq made up that David Robinson hated on him when he was a child. So it would motivate him to beat Diet. Like these are the type of Charles Barkley. Probably one of the most hypocritical basketball players ever. He embraces it. That's why he doesn't have a problem giving it out because he embraces it. He knows what it is. Why are you players so sensitive? Oh, sorry, but players these days complain so much. And it's like there's so much going on. People don't lost money through this pandemic, and you complaining about people calling you pandemic and polyester P when you can turn it off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
and I mean, like, it's just like, again, it's just kind of like, if you're not expecting hate, being on the elite level that you are, then I don't know what to tell you, because that is literally your career. And whether you have been like acknowledging it or just ignoring it this whole time, hey, that's you, but it's been there. It's not new.
hey, all I'm saying is, you know what it comes with, fellas. This is like, and that's for everything. Basketball, music, everything. Even with music, that's worse
Mm-hmm.
because that's very subjective. That's not objective. Like basketball, you have to be objective. You know, so y'all need to know what y'all sign up for and stop complaining. You know what I'm saying? Like, get tougher skin. Man. But yeah, I just wanted to ask because I saw, I think Shaq and Charles Barkley talking about that, and I like the conversation. And Stephen A. Smith and they had that conversation. I was like, let me ask you what you think, because people that's been, I wouldn't say complaining, but talking a lot these days. Scottie Pimpin. Well, I want to know. I want to know your thoughts on it. Well, I kind of do, but I don't know. Scottie Pippen says Phil Jackson's a racist. Now, let me give you a context, people. He thinks Phil Jackson is a racist because back in '94 against the Knicks in a game 3, I think, Phil Jackson drew up a play for Tony Kukoc, who was a rookie at the time, uh, to take the shot to win the game. And he felt that move was racial in the sense that, why are you giving the white boy the chance to close out the game? I'm the leader of the team. Michael Jordan's gone. Give it to me. What are your thoughts, Chris?
Well, strictly from like that conversation,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't feel like that was, at least to me, it didn't feel like I was racially motivated. And granted, neither one of us was there, so we can't, actually like talk about like how it actually was. And he could be completely valid in it. I don't know, but from what I heard, it didn't feel like it was racially motivated. But the whole Phil Jackson being a racist, I feel like he has, and this is also from like we were talking about off camera too. I feel like
Yeah.
he has, maybe I don't know if it's racist as much as it is he's a old white man that grew up in a time where you didn't have to be politically correct and say things correctly or think about things in the correct way when you say them.
Mm.
Because I don't know, I heard a few excerpts about African Americans in his book, and I
Mm-hmm.
didn't read it personally, so I can't, and I don't remember them verbatim either.
Okay.
But just hearing them out of, maybe I heard them out of context, or maybe just reading them, it,
Yeah.
it sounded it, but he didn't necessarily sound like just after hearing that, I didn't feel like Scotty was wrong when he was saying Phil might be a racist.
Okay. Um.
But for
So
that whole context of the shooter there, I didn't feel like that was necessarily racially
yeah.
motivated.
Personally, Scottie Pippen. I want to say this: you're a 6-time champion. I respect you. You are the second best of one of the greatest dynasties ever. You may be on my wall soon, because I got Derrick Rose, I got Jordan, I got Kobe. Some NBA players I'm gonna put on my wall. So I appreciate Scottie Pippen for what he did for the Chicago Bulls. Did a lot. Brother, I don't know what is wrong with you right now. You are tweaking. This is a reach. It's a reach. Now, you're saying this because of a play that was drawn up. Bro, the 2 possessions before that, you missed the shots. This is on tape. So if a coach says, "Hey, let me give it to this guy to give the winning shot," you kind of been missing. How is that racially motivated? You do know he drew up a play. Let's go back to '93 to win the NBA championship against the Phoenix Suns. You know he drew up a play for John Paxson, right?
Did he?
Yeah, Michael Jordan was there. He drew up a play for John Paxson to win the game. Let's go to '97. Game 6. He drew a play for Steve Kerr. Michael Jordan was there. Michael Jordan passed Steve Kerr the ball. And he made the. What are you Scottie Pippen?
I think that was one of the examples they used in the thing too.
Yeah. Pippen,
but then
what are
he
you
started saying that he was saying that was all staged because Michael was just like, or because Michael was paying the the cameras worked for Michael or something like that.
He's saying it's for a documentary. And then you know what my retort is to that? So in the documentary, did they know that they're going to be down by 2? And he has to say that. Like, Scotty, you're going through. This is just the Scotty and the context of this. I'll go to the overall still if Phil Jackson's a racist after what I say. You're going through a midlife crisis, bro. I'm not gonna get into your personal business because the stuff with obviously I don't want to talk about. But bro, it's a lot. I know The Last Dance did not represent him properly because I kind of didn't agree with how Jordan made him look a little bit. Even though I could say, Scottie Pippen, you're the one that said a couple things that alarmed people. Like when you said you didn't want to get surgery in the offseason because you didn't want to mess up your summer. You said that. So who can you be mad at? You see what I'm saying? So although I do agree with some things that was said about you, I don't agree with, and I don't agree with everything that Michael said about you in certain regards. This is not the way you answer. Like to write a book, I don't want to. I'm kind of concerned with what he's going to say about Michael and Phil in the book after hearing this.
Maybe he's doing all this because was it last week he also said something about Kevin Durant?
Yeah, he said something.
Maybe his publicist told or his publicist told him be like, just say some wild stuff that even if it's refuted, like people will start looking into you, and then like your book will sell because people are curious what you're saying, and which makes sense. People do that.
I do think, and I agree with you there. That's how books are rolled out, honestly, because Shaq had a book, his book, and I remember the excerpt was talking about how he wanted to rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. I don't put this out of context, but Shaq had said when there was a time when Kobe had talked to a reporter and called him fat or whatever, out of shape. He said he wanted to look for him and beat him up. And that was like the main excerpt. But people do that. So, but I'm saying all that to say, yo, Scotty, please go to see a therapist, do something. Have a conversation with Michael Jordan. Please. Just have a one-on-one with him and Phil. Because I feel like with people, man, what we always do is we want to always, and this is the thing that I said about Brown, we always want to fight narratives. Well, this and that. Why don't you just have a convo with the people? Have a convo with Jordan. He's not going to talk to you? Phil Jackson ain't going to talk to you? Clear it up. And then tell the people y'all cleared it up. But to do this, just from a Bulls fan, this stuff is like, damn, it's disappointing, you know what I'm saying? But just to tackle on the racist, Phil Jackson being a racist, Chris, did you already say your part about him being a racist?
Yeah. I was just saying, like, from the way things, few of the things in his book that I heard, few of the parts and pieces out of his book where he was talking about like African Americans or black people, however he said it, I was like, I could definitely see how somebody would take that as racist. But at the same time, like we were talking about, like it might have been like like written and said, it might came off as two different ways.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll read that and try to put it in his words, put it in his voice. But I could like just listening to them, I could definitely see where it would come off as racist.
Yeah.
But from his but from what Scotty was saying, it didn't really feel like it.
And as far as him in general being a racist, I will say this. I did not like, because Scotty mentioned this, and this is the thing that he had a little bit of credence. Well, I was okay, maybe that makes sense. The stuff about Kobe in his book.
Yeah, where he wrote about everything that they're not supposed to write about, and then went back to coach him the next year.
Yeah, it's like I get it, and Kobe was not the easiest to coach. We've heard, you know what I'm saying? Like he's not the easiest. The egos, the Jordan. Well, could not say the Jordan had an ego, but you could somewhat control it. Phil, because Phil and him weren't. The age wasn't that big. Kobe, there's an age difference, and Kobe, when he wants to do what he wants to do, he does it what he wants to do. So I can see where him and Phil, but it's just like, bro, keep that within respect, and don't, because he mentioned stuff about the rape case. He mentioned stuff about Kobe being a selfish and all. He said a lot of things about Kobe that I was just like an air scratcher. And then fast forward to what he said about LeBron's crew, calling him a posse.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily a racist thing, but it's kind of like what an old person would say when they see a bunch of group of black people achieving something. It's like a posse. What the heck do you mean posse? Well, because they're taking control of, and I don't agree with everything they do as far as narratives. Don't get me started on that. But because they're black men helping another black man, like in this industry, which has been hard on black people, they're a posse. Okay. And then how he treated Carmelo in New York. Yeah. That was bad. So
we're trying to run the triangle offense, which was not working up there.
Yeah, how he treated Melo, and then he threw Melo under the bus so many times. I'm just like, that's how you're gonna do him after you re-signed him? Why didn't you just let him come to Chicago? Huh? Could have won a championship one of those years if we signed Carmelo. But those few instances, I could see where people could be like, yeah, he may be a racist, but I can't say definitively. But he has some moves that are like, you know. But I'll say this last, Scottie Pippen, please talk to Jordan. Please talk to Phil. Clear the air, because I know you feel away about the Last Dance and the narratives about yourself. This is where it's coming from. That's why you're writing the book. I feel like it's a foolish thing to do, because if you're trying to battle Michael Jordan, you're going to lose.
Yeah.
Ask LeBron. Going up against Jordan is not. It's like going up against Michael Jackson or Beyonce in this era. Please, I don't like this. Writing a book and all that. No, but let's get on to the last thing, the questions. Let me see what we got here as we're recording. Let me see. Questions. How many? We had a couple. Who do you got winning game? All right, so here's the first one. Who do you got winning Game 6 of the Bucks-Hawks game tomorrow? I think it's tomorrow. Who you got?
Probably Hawks.
Hawks?
Yeah. Though Lopez was hot yesterday, I think.
Yeah.
I don't see that happening 2 games in a row.
Yeah. I'm gonna pick the Bucks because I can't stand it. I can't stand this run. No, I just can't stand. I like Atlanta. Don't get me wrong. I like Atlanta, but I just can't. They're not supposed to even be there. It makes no sense. This Cinderella run.
Exactly. Phoenix not really supposed to be there neither. It's a game, but it's gonna be a game of the wasn't supposed to be's.
No, Chris. I have to. Phoenix was way better than Atlanta coming into this. Atlanta is playing beyond what they're supposed to do. This is
Hey, bro, it just happens things. It just happens things. It's how.
Honestly, I always you Trae Young playing like the way he was playing shimmying and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I am just like, what's going on here? Because if you look at and I don't want to be talking too much, but if you look at their run, they beat the Knicks, who we thought what they were, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Then Philly, we thought Philly got that, and they somehow beat Philly because a dude decided not to shoot the ball.
Yeah, and to be fair, it's like if Philly could stay healthy and if Ben Simmons could, get whatever mental block he has to not shoot, then Philly probably would have, at least did. No, Philly would have won. Philly would have won.
They would have won that.
But it just happens. It's just like what shoulda, coulda, would have been, didn't.
Yeah, I can't even do that, because like you said, but I would say this: the Suns were way more respected than the Hawks. But, hey, the Buck, y'all better win tomorrow, just so this could be over. I'm tired of this run that happened. It's annoying. Got to deal with people. Oh, Trae Young. But he might not even play tomorrow too.
Yeah,
they said Giannis is not playing tomorrow for sure, but
still might win though.
Oh, let's on to the next question. I don't want to talk about the Hawks. If you had one superpower, what would it be?
I don't know. Maybe like a super health. No, that sounds dumb. Like be I don't know. Be like you never get sick or you don't get any injuries. I don't know. Maybe teleportation. That way you won't have to drive nowhere.
Teleport?
Yeah.
Probably being able to be invisible. That would be dope. People can't see me. You see me now? Now you don't see me.
Cross the street, get hit by a car.
Yeah, but I mean,
that in Deadpool that happened. I forget.
Yeah, but probably that. I don't know. Or super, or just being super smart.
Oh yeah, that works too.
Yeah. So, what's the other question? Oh damn, we got a bunch. Is running a podcast hard? This is a good question.
Yes and no. Like it's not like starting a podcast. Like we could start a podcast with like no money. We do it so we're doing it now so we have like I guess a better potential for running ads on here, which hopefully starts happening soon. We're gonna have to look into that pretty soon. Well, we already are, but like even more so, especially since I got more free time now. It's also like we don't have to, but like I run all our audio through whatever software I use. I can't think of it off the top of my head, and try to make sure I take all the little bleeps or whatever out. Sometimes we cut audio, or sometimes it's just Zoom doesn't work for us, which again is not really our fault, but it's just like something out of our control. It's not necessarily hard. It's just you gotta be aware of what you're doing, and also like Peter could tell you better than from what I do, because I do all like the technical stuff. But like you have to, when we're reaching out to guests, you have to try to like stay on it, try and make sure we didn't double book anybody for the same week. We've done that before. A couple times. But that was pre-pandemic, so we're a little bit better on it.
Yeah.
We run team meetings now. Thank you, Avery. So we're a little bit more organized. We have a docket now. Beforehand, we didn't have any list or anything we were going off of. We were just kind of just freestyling the whole time off the dome.
Basically, what Chris is saying is that like right before we do the we come and record, we find a topic. and we just talk
Topics. Yeah.
topics, or and we talk about it. It was like maybe like 2 or 3 topics, and we just talk about. And that's when we had Gerard on, and he would intro and outro, and just listen to the earlier episodes from like maybe 1 to like 30.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Listen to those episodes. Those were different. It's hot running the podcast hard. Okay.
Except for the few interviews, those we came in knowing what we was gonna do.
Yeah, those interviews, those were good. But is running a podcast hard? Yes.
Keeping the schedules hard too, kind of.
It's not easy. I think what makes it the easiest thing is having the conversations that we do on here, like what we're talking about now. That's the easiest part. The process of getting everything, that's the hard part. I would say for me, when we first started, my role was I was the guy that had like, you come to me. It's like Chris was doing the audio, Gerard is doing the artwork.
Yeah.
We didn't have anything definitive for Avery yet. We're trying to figure out Avery's role. And my role was kind of like, okay, we go to Peter to do the podcast. We go to Peter's house. He's the guy we're going to go to set up and do everything with. So we have to coordinate with him as far as guests and keeping the schedule and stuff. So that's how we did it at first. So I'll say then, because my role wasn't that deep and we were just starting, I didn't see how hard it was. But as things went along, the pandemic and everything, it got harder, man. It got real hard. It got frustrating at some points, and y'all want like, and I'm not trying to like, but like y'all see groups and bands and all that, and you wonder why some of them break up, and some of them, and you be like, why did they break up, and why couldn't they? We learned that the hard way, like, and it's not no beef yet again, but you learn that doing stuff with a group, it's not the easiest sometimes.
Yeah, no, it like the whole breaking up thing or quitting, it makes sense.
Like, now that I'm looking back, I understand why New Edition broke up a couple times. Or why the Jacksons never came back into the album, because no beef, like I said, scheduling, people doing other things, people want to do other things. Like, we've had to rearrange the show a couple times, revamp the show when our friend, close friend Gerard decided to step away. I had to take the role of managing things and like being creative. That's when I knew that this was hard, because I gotta come up with stuff we gotta do. I have to be creative, this or that, bozo of the week, all of that. Like, it's like a lot, and I have to come up with these topics every week. That was a lot. So I think gradually I saw how difficult this was. And not so much in the beginning, but now it's hard. It's a lot. Like I said, the easiest part is just talking.
Yeah, I was about to say this part here is the easiest part.
This part is the easiest, but
it gets easier over time.
Yeah,
because like if you hear some of our first pandemic episodes, that's different than they are now.
Since me and Chris are on here, and me and Chris are kind of like the I would say the two kind of like the guys that like the main guys on here.
We definitely have logged the most episodes. You've been on here like 2 or 3 more times than I have, I think.
Yeah. I would say this. It's like you have to communicate, man. That's the main thing. Like, communication is the key, and it's like there was a point where, and one day we'll do a documentary about the Out of the Bird podcast someday, and everybody will say their opinion. We almost was like, yeah, this is gonna be over.
We was this close. We really was. We was this close.
Around the pandemic time,
yeah,
we was really, when we're using Discord and that joint was sounding
Yeah, Discord was not our friend.
Shout out to him. Shout out to y'all. But that was a period. I think I called Chris or Chris called me and we were talking about like, yo, what are we gonna say? Because I think everybody's head when the pandemic like first hit us hard was in different places.
Yeah.
So it was hard to like get everyone to like really come on and have, especially. But I'll say this: shout out to Fran and Michaela.
Oh yeah, because
They're a
they
big
got us with
reason.
the videos. Yeah.
They're a big reason why like we're doing this like this to have it on YouTube, because at first we're so much of introverts, we didn't want to show our faces on the Zoom.
No, we weren't even doing it on. We weren't even doing it on Discord either. And I didn't even think about it until they said it.
Yeah, 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 and I I was like, this is so much better because when you're doing it like a phone call,
Mm-hmm.
you have to like, because I know when you're like on here, I know when you're about to stop talking, or like when, because I can see it. On a phone, you don't know that.
No.
You gotta time it, and sometimes a lot of those ones were interrupting each other.
Yeah. Yeah. Constantly.
Yeah, constantly. We don't know. So we have to thank them for that. But yeah, running the podcast isn't easy. Shout out to my homie Swab Montana, Jason, because he's been doing a pod. I know he could tell you because we had him on here, I think last year around this time, and we talked, and he could tell you like shoot. So everybody that does podcasts could tell you it's not easy.
Yeah.
A lot of work, but
And not to mention all the social media stuff too.
yeah, it's a big one. Social
Gotta
media.
stay consistent on social media. That's what messed us up in the first place. We stopped
Yeah,
social media.
I'll say this. I should. We should. It's not like I'm throwing somebody under the bus, but I should have took initiative of that
Yeah.
because we went because I pre-pandemic, like 2019, when we were doing like the first 10 episodes, we had our man Gerard do the artwork, put it out, but we didn't work the episodes. And when we didn't work that, we still got a good traction when we didn't work it on social media. But when we went on the pandemic and we're doing the pandemic episodes, the first few, like 10, 15 of them,
like 15 of them.
15 of them, we didn't work it on social media
at all. So basically, like the summer goes by and it's like fall time, and we're finally like about to start on YouTube. Like maybe like a month before we start on YouTube, it's just like, why don't we start putting pictures back on? And then all of a sudden we start doing that. Our numbers started to pick back up. Yeah,
pick back up because but we did not work them on. So we did not at the time. We didn't know, and granted, we didn't know how because we're so novice. We didn't know.
Yeah, and we don't really use like outside of like the out of the break stuff. We don't really be using like Instagram or Twitter that much.
Yeah, so but I think we've gotten a better hold of it, and we're doing substantially better. I think YouTube and even on the we've done out because at one point when we were on Simplecast, it was really looking depressing out here.
Yeah, our numbers were not looking great.
For all those that listen, thank you. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all. Let me get to the next question.
Especially since we switched over, our numbers look a lot better.
Way better.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is your favorite meal? Jollof rice.
Chris. I think mine is red beans and rice with like probably like fried chicken.
Okay. That's some soul food.
Yes, sir.
Good old fashioned soul food. Was your favorite video game ever?
Probably like Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi 3. That was a fun game. That was a really fun game. Me and my brother would play that for absurd amount of time. We probably clocked like well over like 400 hours into that game together.
I'm gonna go NBA Street Volume 2.
That is a really fun game. We used to say LeBron looked like he was hooked up on steroids in that game.
I'm gonna go that game, man. When I bought it, bro, I couldn't
You
stop.
had on PS3 or PS2?
PS2. You talking volume 2 or 3?
What
Which volume are you talking about? Because volume 2 is on PS2 only.
was it?
Yeah,
I
volume
might
2.
be talking about Volume 3 then.
Oh, okay. Yeah, volume 2 was on PS2, GameCube, and what's the other one? Xbox. Oh, those are the times. Those are the times. I wish we could just go back.
Simpler times.
Way simpler times. Why is Shamar such a cool guy?
I mean, you can just look at him and tell he just radiates coolness.
Shamar Moore. Shamar Moore.
Come on.
He's cool people. He's just a troll. He trolls too damn much.
Nah, I don't think he trolls enough.
He's
If anything, he should be even more of a troll.
listeners, he's just saying that so this dude can get on my nerves again with some more.
Honestly, he don't really be trolling. He just be telling his truth, you know.
You see, listeners. This is a conspiracy. They're trying to set me up. But yeah, some more cool people. I like his addition to the show. It's made it more fun. I'll say that. Way more fun. Oh, last question. Oh, when will Peter start watching anime?
When will you start watching anime, Peter?
So you see something about like what happened was
that sounds like a never. That sounds like a never.
Okay. I like, and just forget Dragon Ball Z. That's just like as a kid, Dragon Ball Z. When I look back, every mainstream kid liked it. So sometimes with that, like it's anime, but it's beyond. So I'm not.
But it's too mainstream to count.
Yeah, I'm not even going
I was about to say Dragon Ball Z definitely counts. I'm not a gatekeeper.
It does count, but I'm just saying it's one of those things where it's like, how do I say it? For rappers, it's like kind of saying Drake is your favorite rapper right now. You dig? It's like
shout out Shamar.
Yeah, it's like the most like popular thing. Like it's that thing that you know what I'm saying? But like if you said Inspect the Deck from Wu-Tang is your favorite rapper, everybody be like, what? You really know hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really claim anime like that. Like Dragon Ball Z is the most like.
Though to be fair, if somebody said Inspector Deck is their favorite rapper, I just be like, oh, you just be looking up names just to be like, I'm different from everybody.
That too, because
that's what that would feel like.
But then if you start saying some joints from his catalog, you'd be like,
yeah,
it's infected, like, because that means you're a real hip hop head, a junkie. I'm not an anime junkie like that. So honestly, because I know me and Chris, we've talked about the Naruto.
Yeah.
And I used to watch Yu Hakusho as a kid. I used to watch that. I watched, but I would watch it on and off on Cartoon Network, Toonami.
Oh yeah, Toonami.
Yeah, Demon World. I remember bits and pieces. I don't remember all of it collectively, but I remember all of that. Spirit Gun, all of that. Yeah. Spirit Gun. Yeah. Yeah, I remember he didn't he die and come back?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I remember bits and pieces. Is Samurai Jack considered anime?
Nah.
Okay. So that's okay. That one's not there. But I mean, yeah, like you said, anime. When I was at that age.
Oh no! Did you ever watch Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh or Digimon?
Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon I watched on and off.
Did you on Saturday mornings? Did you used to watch that Sonic show?
Yeah, I used to watch Sonic.
You know, I'm talking about the Sonic X or whatever it was. I think that was anime.
No, I didn't watch that.
You didn't watch that one? Oh, you watched the one with Steve Urkel?
What is it called?
It's just, I don't remember. That one might have been like Adventures of Sonic, but Steve Urkel was the voice of Sonic back then.
Okay, Adventures of Sonic.
I can't remember what his name is right off.
Probably.
Jaleel White, that's what his name is.
I think I watched it as a kid. But as far as anime, like I'll just say, like I think I've said it before, anime, like, and there's a thing, like Toonami would play Dragon Ball Z. Mm-hmm. After that, they would show other ones, and I would just change the channel to BET. That's what happened. That's what happened.
The BET.
The BET. I'll change it to Nickelodeon. That's what always happened. So growing up, I didn't get attached to the other ones. Like I knew of them, but I didn't get attached. My brothers, however, when they came back to the States and stuff, they got hooked onto anime. They will watch it, and I'll just be there. I'll just be like, yeah. I just go somewhere and do something else. But I mean, will I ever start watching it? Who knows?
Tell you, man, you watched that Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan. I've heard it's good. Who was watching it?
I think Rodrigo got hooked on it.
Rodrigo got hooked on it. He told me it was good.
Yeah.
I think you and then Beanhead, Javon. Y'all the two guys that are like the anime. If you were to, I would go to y'all for recommendations.
Well, if you want more of a an adult one as opposed to like Naruto, definitely Attack on Titan would suit your taste a little bit better.
Okay. Yeah, I think I said this before. When it comes to how I am with music, is how you guys are with anime. In a certain regard, you know. But I throw Gerard in there too in Germ, or are they just a little bit?
I feel like they're a little bit more casual than we are, but they still watch stuff.
Okay. Because they know more about animes than me. I'm too greenlit. I don't even get my opinions on them. Like, oh, what's the greatest anime of all time? I can't tell you.
I mean, that's just a matter of opinion, though.
Yeah. I can't even. I feel like I can't even.
Dragon Ball Z or Yu Yu Hakusho and be right. You can say Yu-Gi-Oh and be right because that's your opinion. You might get roasted for Yu-Gi-Oh though.
Yeah, I kind of feel like you would because Yu-Gi-Oh feels mainstream. I don't know that, but I'm not in that world. But you know,
it's fun. It's fun. It's just Yu-Gi-Oh was always weird to me too, though. Like you playing cards, but somehow you get sent to the shadow realm for all of eternity if you lost at one point in time. I was just like, when did this stop being a card game? That's where Yu-Gi-Oh lost me.
But I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh that's Rod's Rod's thing, right?
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh was tough as a kid. The cards was a culture.
Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I still got the cards somewhere.
Yeah, I think I lost them back in Hagerstown. I had a bunch. I used to trade and sell some of them back in middle school. That was a thing. That was a good hustle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think is that it for today. Yeah, that's the last question. So I think we're good for the day. Next week we're gonna have my cousin Frances on. We're gonna talk to her about her cocoa gin business. Her juice is good for you. It's really good. I tasted it. Tastes great. Her mom also does nutty bars, which are great. I wish I should have. We'll figure out. I'll figure out a way for Chris and the rest of the crew to get some. Yeah, at least to try. But she's gonna be on here next week, and yeah, it's gonna be dope. But anything else you want to say, Chris? Before I have to wrap it up.
Nah, just appreciate y'all for watching as always.
Yeah, for being loyal. Remember that. But you can catch us on YouTube, 3:15 Monday. We'll be on here Monday. Like I always say, please like, comment, subscribe. You know, support us, man. We black business out here.
We love y'all. Black owned business.
Black owned business. You can catch us on all other podcast formats. Or I said podcast formats. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Listen to us on there if you don't want to see our pretty faces here. But my social media page is at Kofi Peter, at Peter Kofi on Twitter, and the Out of the Berg is Out of the Berg on IG, Out of the Berg Pod on Twitter. Chris.
You can catch me on Twitter at BigChris_57. And you can catch me on IG at Everybody Loves Chris. You can catch Avery at, I'm pretty sure on Twitter he's like Avery thing.
Avery.
On IG he is Koopa Trooper. Jamar is ShamWow, I think on
ShamWow, yeah. Sham_wow.
Sham_wow.
Yeah, with his Trae Young loving self.
Knows a king.
Hey, Biggie, Jay-Z, I'm sorry.
Gotta add Trae Young, the youngest king.
But yeah, as you know, we love y'all. Like I always say, stay black, stay woke.
Bye. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Out of the Break podcast. We're available on all podcasting platforms, and we ask that you like, comment, share, and subscribe, as well as hit that notification bell. That way you'll be notified whenever we release a new video. And as always, we like you, we love you, but we gotta go. Bye.